Hello and welcome to another video from ERP Joel. This is a quick video on a new product that we've released. It's a HANA Service Pack 9.1. As you can see, it's installed on a VMware. This is my Windows machine, and this is my HANA VMware. It's installed on a SUSE Linux. I'm going to full screen this just so it's easier for us. Okay, so this is my SUSE Linux, and it's on SUSE Linux version 12, which is much better and much more user friendly. Okay, so just a quick video before you once you purchase the VMware, there's two things you need to make sure. First is make sure that your SUSE Linux time zone is the same as your Windows time zone. So both servers must be running the same time. The host machine and the virtual machine must have the same. So you can see on my Windows machine it says 9:24 p.m. and on my SUSE Linux it says 9:24 p.m. That's the first thing you need to do. The time zones must be the same. The second thing you need to do is make sure that the host names are the same. Your host name will not be 192.168. That is my host name. That's my IP address. So you have to make sure your IP address is the same. To get that, go into terminal and type in the command code ifconfig. So whatever this IP address is, you have to change on your host name. So edit this and change this IP address to whatever. So only once you've changed the IP address and once you've changed the time zone will your HANA start. So those are the two things, the time and your host name. So if the time zone resets after you restart, it's because the BIOS time of the VMware machine is different. So I want you to Google how to change the BIOS time of VMware and change that. I can't go into that in this video. So we're going to go ahead and look at the HANA Service Pack 9. So make sure you do that too. Those two things and you'll have a perfect HANA machine. So open, so again, this is running on HANA version 12, which is much better. Okay, and I'm going to go into my HANA HDB. HDB is the SID, ADM, okay, and HDB INFO. So previously you had to start the HANA server by yourself. You got to put in the HDB command and stop once the VMware starts. In this server, in this release, we've automatically configured that for you. So when you turn your virtual machine on, your HANA server starts automatically. So the index server, the name server, they all start running automatically. You don't have to manually go and start them. Okay, so that's one of the improvements in HANA Service Pack 9 that we've done for you. Okay, the only thing I recommend is doing the HDB STOP stop once you finished or once you're going to shut down. So that's that one thing you need to do. So once you turn on the machine, turn on the virtual machine, your HANA is up and running already. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. So I'm going to go and go into my my Windows machine. I'm going to minimize the HANA here, and I go into the HANA Studio, which is installed on my Windows machine, and I'm going to connect to it by adding the HANA thing. So the studio files will be in your download folder. So you go into your download folder, into your this is just an example I'm going to show you. So you will be getting the HANA HANA installation files. You open this. I'm going to open with WinRAR. Open with WinRAR. Okay, and inside this folder you will have the HANA Studio. Okay, so you have to install HANA Studio on your computer. HANA Studio for Windows 64-bit. So whatever, even for Mac OS, you can install HANA. Okay, once you install the HANA Studio, you can access your server by adding a system. So you go into systems, add a system, add system, enter the IP address of your HANA. Okay, and then you will get your HANA system like this. So now you go into administration. That's the most common place to go, and you can see the overview of the system. So I have 64 gigs configured on this server. You have maybe 32 gigs, doesn't matter. So but this server is configured for 64 gigs. So you can see our landscape with all the HANA instances running, compiling server, the DMA index server, name server, all of that stuff, and you can see our performance statistics here. Okay, and so that's basically it. The configuration we have not touched. Most of you will want to play with the log files here, and a lot of our customers turn off the log files because it's very resource intensive. We've not touched the log files. We just left it exactly the way it is, and the that's basically the HTTP overview. We've also configured the HANA Cockpit, so you don't have to do anything. Enter your username and password, and you can see the HANA Cockpit's up and running. And again, it's running on UI5 with the Fiori services. You can see it's running. It's all green. Services running. Restarted service 1. All green. Everything looks good. Our threshold is 56. It was 56. We have a space remaining for data. So there's really nothing to see. It's a clean install. There's nothing you need to do. And I want to take you into the transport theater. For that, you go into your lifecycle management application, and we'll go into the transport theater, which is here. So we don't have a source system. ECC or BW is a source system. We don't have that. So as you can see here, no transport has been configured because you need a source system to. Again, you can add that by registering a source system, adding a host. Okay, so simple as that. Everything is configured for you, and it's a very clean system. If you want to learn HANA, this is the best way to go about it. You can see the install plugins. All of that stuff is installed for you. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video, guys.